Alrighty, I am coming to you with our energy encouragement for the week of May 15th through the 21st. Again, always take what resonates and leave the rest because I do follow the moon cycle for the week. I was reflecting this week, deep diving in the Scorpio energy as we are now right in the full lunar eclipse in Scorpio that will be taking place on the 15th or early morning on the 16th for a lot of us in the sign of Scorpio. And so we've been feeling this energy building. Even if you don't know astrology, we're seeing on the collective this intensity. We can feel it. Really deep diving. So whatever you've had come up over the past week or two, really think about that and think about what the culmination is, what the ending is, what it is that you want to change. What is my computer doing here? It's distracting, sorry. So my whole intention of these is to encourage people, because who doesn't need some encouragement? Everybody's felt the intensity over the last couple of years, and so my journey began when my son transitioned. And I know I'm sharing a little bit deeper this week, but that's because I have been going deep, deep into that grief, deep into our psyche, deep into our emotions, our feelings, and really reflecting on what a gift it is to be able to feel, because we truly do have to feel it all. We have to feel the polarity. And we're on this Taurus-Scorpio axis, which is, the South Node being here with that lunar eclipse of a culmination, of change, of an ending. But, really in the natal chart, in the collective with the North Node and the South Node, we want to take forward the wisdom that we gain from the past into the future. Into our values, into where we can find beauty in the process of life in general. And so it's not to dismiss anything that any of us on an individual or a collective level have went through or had to process. It's more of taking the wisdom forward in our tomorrows, in the next day, in our world, in our life. And so my mouse is being goofy. Sorry about that. So I just wanted to share that because I went really deep over the past 2 weeks, mostly into grief. And so if you've been feeling that intensity, you're not alone. There's a reason behind the madness, right? But at the end of the day, it's about us living this human experience and learning and growing. And not ignoring our shadow, right, with the Scorpio energy, not ignoring any of the feelings that we may have had in the past that we set ourselves up for betrayal, or where we betrayed ourselves by not being authentic. And so I am going to draw a anchor card this week before we get into the 3-pack for the beginning, middle, and end of the week. And the reason I'm doing that is because I feel like we need a little bit of encouragement, or even for awareness or whatever, of the ebbs and flow of life. And not only the ebbs and flow of the life, but your growth process, right? Because I know for many of us, I feel like with the eclipse now getting closer, that whatever it is that we've been psychologically or emotionally processing over the last couple of weeks, we can really just sit with it. And now my dog wants in. I don't edit, so give me 1 second. I think that's what I really want. That just made me reflect on that. I think that's what I really want, even in the digital world. It's for people to bring forth their real, true, authentic selves. And I know it's beautiful and really professional. I mean, I tinkered around with a little bit of editing there for a while, but my husband even bought me a new laptop. I know I'm going off in a tangent. There's a reason behind my madness, trust me. My husband even bought me a new laptop so I could do editing. But you know what? I'm real. I may not have my nails always did as beautifully as I would like them to be. I have animals who interrupt, or not even interrupt, animals who have needs while I'm recording these videos to try to encourage myself and others, because it's very difficult on the earth plane. As we know, we're going through such transformation with the Scorpio energy. And I think that's what I would like everybody to do, is just bring their real selves through. Instead of saying sorry all the time, like, sorry, I gotta let my dog in. Why? Our tribes are finding each other, or we're supposed to be finding our tribes. And if anybody that tunes into my channel or other people's channels have nothing but complaints to put down about whatever, then really, are they there because they need to be there, or are they there to just cause drama? Because humans tend to do that. I didn't even plan on saying any of this. Usually I have a little bit of a, and I do have a little bit of an agenda or intention set, I should say, for the weekly things, but I felt like I needed to share this prior to doing our cards for some reason. And maybe it's just to remind you, somebody who tunes in to listen, to be authentic, to bring forth your most authentic version of yourself without being sorry, without editing, without photoshopping, without, whatever, just real. No makeup today. Been really hot. The last 2 weeks took me deep. Re-triggers for me to observe in the grief of not having my son here physically anymore. Triggers of emotional abandonment, of love that I didn't get from my earthly mother, but maybe at the end of the day, reflecting on that, the one and true source that is never abandoning, never betrayal, is God, Creator, Source. Mother, Father, God, as my spiritual teacher always said, the feminine and masculine archetypes. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the Divine Mother, who will always nurture us, who will always guide us, who will never forsake us, right? Because on this earth plane, there's one thing that's certain, and that is change, and we're in it, and it can bring up fear, our minds questioning because we don't know what the next step is, what the next move is. So heading towards the Taurus energy of being your own resource, relying on self, being present in the body, but taking and integrating all those things of the past that have made you who you are today, without apology, without sin and shame, dropping all the low vibrations and taking forward the wisdom, the realness, every cry line, every wrinkle, every silver strand. Because really that is the most refreshing thing in life, is to find your tribe where everybody just brings forward their realness and collaborate with each other. So I'm going to draw a little bit of an overall energy card for this week, for the 15th of May through about the 21st. So we're starting out in the moon in Scorpio with this eclipse. So what is ending? What needs to change within you? What needs to change within the collective? Lots of deep changes, right? Taken forward, shedding the layers, the metamorphosis, the transformation. We've been down and out collectively for a long time, and specifically over the last 2.5 years with all the fuckery. Maybe it's time to crawl up out of those ashes to dust your wings off, to fly, to soar, to be self-resilient, and taking action not only within your body, but doing things like of the Taurus energy of planting seeds of encouragement, planting seeds to grow food. Really, at the end of the day, finding your true worth as a divine child of Creator. So let's just clear our energy and draw a Sacred Rebel Oracle. God, creator, source of the universe, divine. We ask that your presence be with us always. We know that it is. We ask for our awareness of your presence, your guidance, your support, your encouragement. I ask that I communicate clearly whatever is delivered through these messages today. I ask for everybody that tunes in to listen with their heart, to take what resonates with them, and to tuck away into their little pocket of memory, of integration, of growth, of their true value. And I ask this in your holy name. And so it is. Wow, it was really super hot. Like, we jumped 40 degrees in my state, and my dog's really hot right now. I turned the AC off because of the background, but I might have to turn it back on. Like, I'm sitting here really super hot. She is too. So anyway, Sacred Rebel Oracle, I believe, is what we're wanting. I was guided to this one to draw a little bit of a message prior to doing the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and the end of the week, where the sun will move into Gemini with Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. It's in one of its home signs. Gemini likes to communicate, take in information. Where we want to caution ourselves this week is to not take in so much information that it's overload. We have to have great discernment on what information we are taking in, what information we are also putting out there. We need to pay attention to what we speak to ourselves, as our sun will be joining in the sign of Gemini on the 20th. So what is the overall message for the collective for the week of May 15th through about the 21st? Against the grain. Ooh, card 4. So 4 to me is always a foundational card. Love this deck. So I feel like for many of you tuned in to listen that you have been doing your work, you've been doing your shadow work, you took your deep dive here in the water, and that it's leaving you feeling vulnerable, that it may feel that you are against the grain of the society. I'm going to say kudos to you, sister and brother, because right now we don't want to be following the collective narrative, especially the ones that are believing the program and everything that they're seeing. So if you're feeling like you're going against the grain, I know that it might have emotions come up. It may be coming up with you just before this eclipse as well, of feeling lonely, of feeling like not fitting in. Many of us were born into families that we didn't, and now we're being asked to get back to ourselves, and that what it takes sometime is to go against the grain. A lot of us are healing lineage, ancestral lineage that's coming up huge for me. I had a lot of things coming up from my youth and maybe even past lives. I don't know. This past couple of weeks before this eclipse. And I'm like, I was just being guided to sit and do ancestral clearing energy, right? And so if you're feeling like you're going against the grain and you're feeling a little bit of vulnerability, I want to tell you to just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I think that's the beauty in it when we strip back the layers of programming by family, by society, by schooling, that's truly where we find our realness, our place, our purpose. The name of my channel, Divine Destiny 13. Divine Destiny is because I would love to help you find your true north. It's to do with the north and the south node of your birth natal chart. Because I do these for the collective. It's that encouragement that I feel we all need, right? We all need that. Doing and sharing these even for myself encourages me. It inspires me. It still blows me away. So you're never alone. But do you really want to follow the flow of the way the world is going right now? Or do you want to go against it, against that grain, feeling a little lonely at times because you're not meeting your tribe yet, but keep swimming because you will. It'll be in small groups, breaking away from the society that's crumbling, right? Because it is. I might have to turn the air on, and I hope it comes in clearly with my audio because my puppy, who is going to be 14 this year, is super hot. She's panting, and I actually am too. I wonder if I could just turn the ceiling fan on. It's hot, ain't it, Sade? So it's been 90 here for the last couple days, and so we went from 40 to 90. Great changes. If you ever watch the weather on your weather app or whatever, aside from all the programming that's on that shit too, and you watch the jet streams, I mean, Earth changes, Uranus and Taurus, right? There's a lot of change going on the planet. There's a lot of change going on within our bodies. We're integrating. The Schumann resonance has been just these really high, like, strikes of energy. Not even sure that they're even coming from our sun, because there hasn't been solar flares. So to me, it could be, you know, our origins, star family, our consciousness, little big, huge spikes that are very tangible, like, but I feel it's helping us integrate not only in our bodies, and we are energy, so a lot of us who are sensitives feel that. So let's get right into the cards now. Okay, not too bad. Did I get you motion sick? So the beginning of the week, we start out with this eclipse in Scorpio. So we've been deep diving. It's a full moon, culmination, ending, great changes, magnified because it is an eclipse. So let's just see what we have from my Archangel deck, our Moonology deck. Yeah, for sure. And then my Gaia Oracle. Let me lift that up just a little bit more. That better? Yeah. So, I want to go to this one first, because it's the end of a tough cycle approaches, a full moon in Capricorn. So, the lunar eclipse, like I said, coming to you, I'm going to upload this on the 15th, or no, I'm sorry, the 14th, which is Saturday, but this is our energy for Sunday the 15th through about Saturday the 21st. So there's something that needs to end, that will, and if we don't do changes, keep evolving within ourselves, the universe will just force us into it. So it's much advised, because I've lessons learned myself in life, that when we know that something needs to change, it's best that we just take that action and do it. That way we're not forced into it, because it's rough that way, right? So think about that this week. Archangel Santa Claus, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith, and have faith in your dreams. So look at how beautiful here, the blues and purples. We're asked this week, at the beginning of the week, during this full moon in Scorpio eclipse, to pray, to meditate, to build our strong spiritual foundation, to connect. Right? God's always there. The universe is always there. All we have to do is be still and listen. I feel like if you can do that, we can move through these changes and this transformation a lot smoother. We can surrender to the flow of life and that the constant change that is taking place. And so strongly at the beginning of the week, it's just asking us to connect. You may need to communicate as well. There might be some journaling that would be beneficial for you. Dream interpretation, things that you're dreaming upon, maybe something you're releasing in the evening. This is crazy too, because you got, from the Gaia Oracle, we got spirit and matter, hidden path. So very, very inward time with this eclipse to connect, to meditate, to listen, to take some really nice, deep, conscious, aware breaths, bringing that down into our body. That's huge. Because endings are painful often, it's important for us to see the larger picture and connect, right? So for the beginning of the week, right in the middle of this eclipse energy, we're asked to have faith. We're asked to be still, to connect, and really merge. Isn't that beautiful? Merge the energy of your divine in your body, carrying that forward, right? Because what type of wisdom, right, with the Capricorn energy? The Capricorn energy in this card is so very practical, but what good is it if we know something but we don't utilize it in our life for the better and carry that forward? So connect. Make sure you connect. I'm going to actually draw tarot to go along with that. Connect. Have faith. Allow your faith to be stronger than any of the fears of change. Maybe if you already meditate, up your time in meditation. Again, stopping and pausing. Breathing. Resetting yourself. Seven of Cups, fantasy and temptation. This card always reminds me of Neptune. And I don't know what it is in traditional tarot. But be a dreamer. Have faith. Plant seeds that are practical. But also don't escape from anything that you may have been deep diving in the last couple weeks leading up to this eclipse. Take the rose-colored glasses off. Be a dreamer. See things for what they are. Do not be emotionally manipulated by others. And again, this coming up with the collective energy against the grain may make you feel like you're really super vulnerable. And vulnerability is a good thing when you have good, healthy boundaries. It's a good thing that you don't fit in to the old world that's dying, right? And so keep upping your meditation, tapping into that, and allowing the Seven of Cups energy to bring a freeness. Again, on the lower aspect of that, if you're seeing things how you want to see them through a pair of rose-colored glasses, it's time to take them off. So in the middle of the week, the moon will move into Sagittarius. And on the 18th, it'll move into Capricorn. So it moves right along from the Scorpio energy Monday, right after the eclipse, because that eclipse takes place at 12:14 Eastern Standard Time, and that would be 12:14 a.m., and then it moves into Sagittarius. And then by Wednesday, it humming right along into the earthy sign of Capricorn, which is, we got this Capricorn card here too. So this is the outer world. What is it what place in your outer world have you been playing a role that's not authentic to you? And you may need to make some changes in that. I kind of feel like this video is that for me today, because I was like, oh my God, I'm not going on with my face. I have no makeup on. I've been hot. You know what? No, I've been crying. I've been doing exactly what I needed to do leading up to this eclipse, was deep diving into things that actually very much so surprised me coming up. So towards the middle of the week, spiritual understanding, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols, helping you understand spiritual truth. So in the beginning of the week, meditate. You're going to have some things come through, whether it be a vision, whether it be clairaudience, whatever it is, your intuition's going to bring some messages through and a new understanding for yourself. A fiery climax approaches, Aries. Prosperity lies ahead, Taurus. And achievement, keep focused on your dream. Beautiful. So I feel like a lot of focus is going to be taking place. You know, we have that full eclipse, and then we'll be going into, what is it, waning phase. So we're going to be building up after that full moon. We might have some new spiritual understanding of what we released during that eclipse, what needs to change and come into fruition over the next 6 months. The full moon in Aries, you know, we have, what do we have in there? Jupiter is now in Aries along with Chiron, the wounded healer. So to me, what is a fiery climax? There's some sort of passion within you that's been building, and perhaps you haven't acted on it yet. Now is time to expand upon that, especially with Jupiter in Aries of self, right? Fire, something that lights you on fire, something that is passionate. Share it. Find your tribe. I'm not on Facebook or anything like that. I'm on alternatives, but maybe collaborating with somebody else. Some sort of passion of yours. It's now time to start putting it out there, planting that seed, right? Prosperity lies ahead with the Taurus energy. Taurus is about the body. The sun moved out of, well, no, the sun's still in Taurus till Friday, the 20th. So this is our values. This is beauty. This is wanting you to plant that seed and take forward that passion. Embody that passion, right? In the astrology, Aries and Taurus go hand in hand. First house, second house. So whatever it is that's been brewing and coming fire, like Kundalini, whatever fire's been coming up within your spirit, it's time to act upon it in a practical way in the life. You're here for such a huge divine purpose. So maybe whatever this spiritual understanding is that comes through for you, meditating at the beginning of the week, will bring back whatever that spark of passion is within you, or remind you, and then you can take that forward. And what happens when we live in authenticity and we're putting that out in the universe, we gain by leaps and bounds in the tangible sense, whether it be compassion, love, love exchange, monetary exchange, whatever that flow is for you. And there is the achievement card, and you see the lotus there. Keep focused on your dream. We had the 7 of Cups there with that first part of the week. So your achievements come by overcoming things within yourself, by the growth within yourself, by being that person who's not gonna hold themselves back, not gonna dim their lights, gonna shine that light, gonna go against the grain. You're breaking free from the box of society. Praise God for that. Give yourself some credit, and that is a great achievement alone. So keep focused on whatever your dream is. I would love to know what your dream is, actually. Mine is to help others and be in service. I'm a sun sign Virgo, and my son was an empath, and I didn't even realize the significance of his sensitivities until he left his body, and then I was aware of my own. And my whole life, I escaped from my sensitivities. I didn't freely express myself because when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to anyway. And so my passion is to encourage others, to give that little bit of light maybe when there's darkness, where we may feel like we're against the grain and feeling lonely. I had loneliness come up within me in the last couple weeks, and I'm never lonely. It surprised me. So what is the tarot to go along with this? Spiritual understanding, taking our passion forward, allowing for ourselves to be in the universal alignment, and prosperity lies ahead, and a reminder that it's a great achievement to stay focused on your dreams. Wheel of Fortune. Here we go again. Destined opportunities. We got this, I think, last week too. Ooh, destined opportunities. And those destined opportunities is by achieving layers. It doesn't even have to be tangible, right? It can be, a new spiritual understanding of why I did things in the past. When we know better, we do better, right? The Wheel of Fortune is you on your path. Look at, we have it. It's a 10 card. It's completion. It's an ending, but it's also a new beginning with that passion that you're going to take forward, right? So the 1 and the 0, to me, with the Wheel of Fortune card, is keep on keeping on. Stay focused. Don't dim your light for anybody. Shine it. And other people, your soul tribe, will find you. That'll bring you fulfillment. That'll make you feel that it's a blessing to swim against the grain of society right now. I love that. So the latter part of the week, where the sun moves into Gemini, and we have Mercury retrograde, so a lot of us are revisiting, redoing, rethinking, any of the rewinding, going through this intellectual process. So just really have great discernment on information, right? I'm not on traditional, Facebook and whatever, so I don't see a lot of whatever's trending, and I'm thankful I don't, because I am going against the grain of all of the crap that we've all been going through. And so keep your thoughts in check and pay close attention to what you're investing your energy, thoughts, and time to. Clairaudience. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind from other people. New moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. This is an optimistic week. What do you need to release? Ooh. And the dream. Something revealed. Insight. Breakthrough. We just got this recently. So again, beginning of the week, keep your dreams, paying attention to what's going on. If you start experiencing this clairaudience, pay attention to those subtle little nudges, those subtle little voices of spirit, your higher self, nudging you, guiding you. And also pay attention to what other people say that may trigger not in a bad way, trigger something within you, to where it's just another layer of, evolving and leveling yourself up. Such a beautiful card, yeah? A lot of ear ringing and ear downloads happening. And so what I usually do is just put my hand over my heart as it's happening. And breathe. Be open to the flow of it. Even if I'm not intellectually sure of what the message may be, but just pay attention to this. This is something crazy, because I used to have all kinds of beautiful things, and I still do, happen. My son in spirit showing me that he's with me. Well, just expand that upon God, Creator, Source. It's all in the field. And so when we're hearing things and there's not anybody in the room, don't think you're cray-cray. Only a society that put us in a box would say that you're cray-cray. So really pay attention to that, clairaudience. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is about learning and teaching and rising above everything that's happening, right? Above whatever circumstances that you may be going through. Keep shooting higher. Sagittarius energy can be fun and playful. It's mutable fire, so it can be changing too. So just be open to the flows and the ebbs and the flows, and kind of try to just keep having that vision of a higher thing for yourself, whether it be whatever it is you need to release. Like we have this in the winter theme of this card. The winter time always reminds me of a time of being still. So there's a lot of I still say collectively there's a lot of time that we need to go inner reflecting right now. And I know it's really crazy because in the northern hemisphere it's summer and we're usually out there and more active, but I feel like it's such a deep time, especially with that south node being with that lunar eclipse in Scorpio. We're just still needing to percolate in a lot of ways, like still getting out, whether it be on social media or in the flesh with other people, but making sure that you're still having your quiet time, your alone time, your inner reflection time. Because towards the end of the week, as the sun moves into Gemini with Mercury retrograde, you probably will have some thinking, memories, could be of siblings even, could be about community or old community, could be whatever it is that comes up. Pay attention to that and ask yourself towards the last part of the week, what is it that's still residual in me? What do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? And then you're going to have the dream. Something is revealed, insight, and breakthrough. So lots of transformation, and this is happening a lot. It could come through to you in a dream, but it could also come through to you, again, through communication with other people, as this card says. So keep peeling back the layers, keep allowing things to flow through you. Be open to it. Don't be so, a lot of us are healing from belief systems and a lot of the manipulation that all of us have been affected by. So that might be through communication with the sun going into Gemini and Mercury retrograde there. Whatever that information is, again, we got a 4. Where did we get the 4? In the beginning of the middle of the week, another foundational card. Strong spiritual foundations, tapping into the ether spirit is so powerful. More powerful than ever as we're in this awakening. So dream big, pay attention to your dreams. I've been having some crazy deep ones. And then I don't remember them. If I don't write them down right away, then I don't remember them. So just keep being optimistic too. That's another energy here with the Sagittarius card coming up, is to stay optimistic. It's very difficult for everybody right now. So change is inevitable. Death card, transition. So here we go. Endings. Where did we have the 10? There's a lot of things on an individual level that need to die, that need to be released. There's a lot of things on the collective, because we're all going through something, right? Global, that needs to change. And a lot of that's coming up with the Pluto energy that's in Capricorn, retrograde at the latter degrees, last decan, right now, including at the eclipse. And so in order for us to have a new beginning, we have to let die what needs to die. Like my spiritual teacher always taught me, whatever needs to let go, whether it be a marriage, a job, it can also be physical death as well, which is never easy neither. But there's a process in grief, and I know it well, where you not only carry the hurt of it, but you carry the beauty of the things, the transformation. And so I feel like a lot of us, and I know I just shared at the beginning, right? A lot of us have had the energy of grief coming up as we're building into the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Things coming up that need to be transformed, that need to be released. And that is, that is life, and that is the opportunity as spiritual beings having a human experience, is that everything on this earth plane dies. We die. Fear of death. What has been used over the past 2.5 years? Fear of death, fear of each other. Ultimately, what we all need to know and what we would benefit from is the reminder. This is but a dream. This is only a small glimpse into what is our eternal, everlasting, our soul. And yes, we're here to feel. And in order to heal, we have to feel. We can't ignore our shadow. A lot of people have been diving into the shadow. And if you're not a person who's holding your energy accountable, because we are energy, and you're still out there on the collective projecting onto others, right? That's where all the clashing of the energy takes place, is when you have unaware people clashing and bickering over the small shit in life that doesn't even matter, right? We all know the government's corrupt. Fuck, can't we agree on that? Instead, we have to take sides: red, blue, mask, no mask, jab, no jab. No fucking thank you. Choose God every time. Choose yourself every time. Man, tap into your spiritual essence. I know that the transition is painful. I know it. Like, I know it, right? I live it. I live it every day. I'm sure you have things in your life that you've, quote, lost. Like I said, a job, structures that are falling. Now is more important than ever to not grasp onto the energies that are falling and crumbling away with Pluto in Capricorn and the Pluto return of the United States specifically, because all of that old energy is being dismantled and revealed. That's what Revelations is. It's being revealed to all of us who have the eyes to see, that just need to open your eyes and remind yourself of who you truly are, that we've been fooled, punked, and deceived probably for the majority of our lives. And so nobody's coming to save us. We need to save ourselves. We need to invest in ourselves, right? And keep powering up. Tap into your true essence of who you are, right? And soar like an eagle, baby. One more I am affirmation for the week of May, around the 15th through the 21st. Powerful times, definitely. Lots of transformation, and I know this, the rebirth. Pluto in Capricorn dismantling the structures and the hierarchy that's been here for so long. And then we're all going through these, if we're holding our energy accountable, through these transitions and metamorphosis within our own. It's very intense, yeah? So radical self-care and self-love. Bring forth your authentic version of you. I am loved. That is your reminder for this week, or your mantra. And as Matt Kahn taught me, and I was very uncomfortable doing it at first, just look into the mirror, directly into your beautiful eyes, and tell yourself that you love you. I love you. I used to be so uncomfortable with that at first. You are loved, and you are love. That truly is your superpower. If you can live from here, stop with the crucifying yourself with your own mental energy. Much love to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you feel. Perhaps tuck it away for the middle of the week and listen to it again and see how that is. Again, if you're going against the grain right now of mankind, know that you're a badass. You're a badass. What is it? I seen a saying the other day that was so phenomenal. Something to the effect of, the world isn't messed up, humans are. And that is so true. But we all have the opportunity to undo everything of the past and the present and start fresh and new. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you the next time. Shalom, shalom.